Does your dog lick your hand repeatedly? What's going on there? Are they trying to eat you? Thankfully, no. But there's actually quite a few theories as to why they do this, and we're going to go through them all. Well, some. We can't go too far beyond the word limit. We'll even explore if it can sadly be related to health problems. And in the second half of the video, I'll explain how to tell which licking theory is most applicable to your dog. So stay tuned. But before we get to that, Number 1, it can be a sign of love and bonding. Let's get the obvious one out of the way before we move on to more shocking reasons like stress or submission. Yes, we will be talking about those in a bit. Let's start with the heart-melting truth. Dogs often use licking as a way to show affection. And like a lot of things in the world of domesticated pets, this all goes back to their days in the wild. In the wild, both dogs and wolves lick the faces of their pack members as a way of bonding with one another and forming social connections that are vital to survive. Because in the wild, maintaining closeness with the rest of your pack is everything. I say this a lot on this channel. I also say it a lot in my private life for some reason, but no matter how much you domesticate an animal, they can never truly shake off their roots. You can take the dog out of the wild, but you can't take the wild out of the dog. When your dog licks your hand over and over, they could be saying something like, "You're part of my pack," "You're safe," or "I trust you." What you need to bear in mind is that dogs have taste and scent receptors that are far more powerful than ours, and your skin carries your unique smell. And they love that smell because it's you. And more than that, every day that smell gets added to by all manner of things that are intriguing to your dog. Like the food you've handled, for example. That mingling menagerie of odors in your skin paints a picture of your day to your precious pooch pal. And licking your skin is how they learn that picture. It's how they learn the story of what the favorite person in the whole wide world has been up to. Letting your dog lick your hand is kind of comparable to sitting down with a friend and talking to them about your day. It's how you share gossip with them. Some behaviorists even compare repetitive licking to hugging in humans. It's physical, it's soothing, and it's a beautiful way to connect with you. Kinda gross, and does mean you'll have to wash your hands shortly after, especially if they are a particularly slobbery dog. But hey, beautiful nonetheless. In these moments, your dog is building a stronger emotional bridge to you, and it's beautiful. But if the licking seems anxious, desperate, or obsessive, well then, it could mean something else entirely. I did warn you this was coming. Number 2, it can be a sign of anxiety or stress. One of the biggest hidden reasons dogs lick their owner's hands repeatedly, sadly, it's stress or even anxiety. This is because licking triggers a mild endorphin release in dogs, which is a sciencey way of saying that it literally makes them feel better. Think of it as being the same as various stress relief habits in humans, like chewing gum, twirling hair, or biting nails. At least it's more constructive than other stress relief habits like chewing the cushions. So if your dog feels anxious, lonely, overstimulated, or uncertain, they might seek you out and start licking your hands compulsively just to get a taste of those sweet, sweet endorphins. It's a classic coping mechanism. If you're worried that this might be the case for your dog, then it is important to know the causes of anxiety-based licking. And don't worry, that's why I'm here. Separation anxiety, new environment, changes in household dynamics, and loud noises are all common causes. In these cases, licking isn't about affection for you. It is essentially your dog's version of self-medicating. And while occasional stress licking is manageable, it's fine to vent now and then. Chronic anxiety is never good. Nobody should ever have to deal with that, especially not your perfect, precious pooch. So if that's what you think is going down when your doggo deserves real support, if you think your dog is licking your head because of anxiety, it's vital to do what you can to alleviate that. Be it via something simple like giving them a more structured routine, or even chatting to a vet. It's always worth keeping an eye out for your dog's emotional well-being, because no one should have to live in constant fear or stress, especially not your perfect best pooch pal. Though remember, in your dog's eyes, you are the leader of the pack. So there's another pretty big reason as to why they might be licking your hand so much. Number 3, it can be a sign of submission. If your dog is the softer, sweeter type, the licking of your hand might be a sign of submission, a way of letting you know that they see you as the boss, that they want you to know that they are no threat. Yet again, this is something that goes back to dogs being wild animals, prowling the land in packs. In these packs, dogs would lick the mouth of a higher-ranking dog as a way of saying something like, "I respect you. Please don't be mad at me," or "I'm not a threat." It's kind of like a mafia member kissing the cheeks of the Don of the syndicate to show respect. Licking for this reason is very common when you come home after being away for a while, raise your voice a tiny bit, or during or after a stressful event. Things like moving furniture, guests arriving, arguments, etc., etc. For that reason, you should think of this kind of lick as something of a peace offering, their way of soothing things over following an awkward incident. As weird as this is going to sound, it's their version of when a heterosexual man presents his wife with a bouquet of flowers following a tense argument. This kind of licking is totally normal in small doses, a common part of dog communication. But if it's happening time and time again, that might be a sign your dog feels insecure around you, or just in life in general. In these cases, building their confidence with positive reinforcement and gentle interactions can help. Because while a few submissive licks are natural, constant submission licks might point to deeper emotional needs that need addressing. Number 4, it could signal nausea or health issues. While we're on the subject of things that might need addressing, there is an important issue to address. So all jokes are on pause until this section is over. Once it is, I'll crack a dumb pun. But until then, it's serious mode. It's critical that you don't ignore your dog when they repeatedly lick your hand, because sometimes it can point to physical illness. If a dog feels sick or even in pain, they sometimes lick surfaces compulsively, and this includes your hands. The act of licking is something of a distraction technique to help them manage or ignore nausea, at least temporarily. If this is the case, you might also notice them licking floors, furniture, or even their own paws. Pretty much any flat surface they can get their tongue on. Now, not to get too upsetting, but I do feel kind of obliged to list some of the health problems that can lead to your dog obsessively licking. But don't worry, that silly pun is coming to lighten the mood ASAP, I swear. Some of the health issues linked to excessive licking include gastrointestinal upset, dental pain, mouth injuries, nausea from medications, or sadly, early symptoms of more serious illnesses. Things like liver or kidney problems. If the hand licking is sudden, intense, and unlike their usual behavior, don't wait. Book a vet checkup. Catching issues early can make all the difference. To be honest though, it's kind of easy to tell if the reason why your dog is obsessively licking you is because they feel sick. Because they will be exhibiting all manner of other symptoms that you no doubt will have noticed. Because it's kind of hard to not notice things like vomiting or diarrhea. And on that note, did you know deer can jump higher than the average house? It's because of their strong hind legs and the fact that the average house can't jump. Right? Mood-lifting dumb joke done. Back to the list. But which reason is the reason for my dog? Let's say that for weeks now, your dog keeps licking your hand and simply won't stop. Let's say it's been driving you crazy. Let's say you've been desperate to know why, and then, today, you saw this video and thought, huzzah, the answers I've been seeking. Then it must have been quite annoying that I hit you with a long list of theories. Which of these theories is most applicable to your dog is something only you can determine, as you know them better than me. In fact, I've never seen them at all. How could I? I have no eyes. I'm just a weird disembodied voice. But what I can do is offer some extra context clues that will help you ascertain what's going on. When licking, does your dog have a relaxed, wiggly body, soft, blinking eyes, and a gentle wagging tail? Well then, that's likely to be an affectionate lick. But if your dog paces with restless energy when licking, or pants even when not hot, or has been refusing food and shaking or trembling, stress may be the cause, but if their ears are pinned back as they lick, if their tail is wagging low, or they are whining as they lick, these are all signs that they're licking out of submission. Those are some of the reasons why your dog might lick your hand a lot. I hope it helped you determine what's going on with your pooch, because it's important to learn your dog's unique body language. In fact, this next video will really help you understand canine body language in general.